My name is Fred Borgelli. I'm the commander of the Combat Infantrymen's Association, and welcome to this video chat. I'll be discussing progress in our website and a trip that Major General Comstock, Senior Trustee, took to Washington, D.C. May 11th through the 13th. First, the website. We have imported all of the membership data. It took us more than 100 hours to complete that tasking because of the poor condition of the prior database. We were able to clean it up. John Jarvis and Jarvis Media Group did a fantastic job of integrating and importing that information, and it will now give us a very clean database to start focusing on membership recruitment and developing our community. The community is in beta testing. I think you'll find a community a very valuable asset. You will be able to, once you join, or if you're now a member, enter the information that you deem necessary or that you want to provide to others that are members of the association. It's going to give you the ability to reach out to others, develop groups, and all other types of information that you want to have others to see. We will be providing videos to show you how to use this technology. They will be on the right side of the screen. They'll be clear, concise, and walk you through the process. So for those that may not feel they're technologically advanced, you don't have to be. We're going to help you with this. This is going to be great stuff, and it's going to bring us closer together as an association. I want to talk about the trip that Major General Comstock and I took to D.C. May 11th to the 13th. We were invited to attend the United States of America Vietnam Veterans War Commemoration, the 50th year. It was a cessation of hostilities. It was a well-planned event, but from our perspective, it was well under-attended. But General Comstock and I made the best of the situation. We went to a ribbon cutting the first day. They named a park called Legacy Park after Vietnam veterans. It's on the mall, and it's not very far from the wall. We had the opportunity to meet with the next Army Chief, General George. He'll be replacing General McConville soon. Great conversation. He's a two-time awardee of the Combat Infantrymen's badge, and will become a member of our association, a distinguished member, I might add. That being said, we made the best of the situation. We were fortunate to meet a gentleman by the name of Joe Griffiths. He has a radio station, WIGB, in New Jersey. He has more than 1 million listeners. It's 1020 AM, 101.3 FM. It's on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. And he has given us the go-ahead to join anytime we would like. He's given us an opportunity to increase the footprint of this association, and we're deeply indebted to Joe for that opportunity. He titles his radio show "Welcome Home," but it's not just for Vietnam vets. It also invites all veterans. We were on the show for about an hour on that Saturday. We had Vietnam vets, of course. We had veterans from Afghanistan, Iraq, and we also had the executive director of Gold Star Mothers. It was a great conversation, many good discussions and questions from Joe. So I want to thank Joe for that. We then had an opportunity to go and meet with former Ambassador Newman of Afghanistan under President George W. Bush. He was there at a very critical time. His bio is just amazing what he's done. I will be providing that to you in our next newsletter. And you can read his bio personally, but we spent about an hour and a half with the ambassador. He has it's called the American Academy of Ambassadors. It is a 400-member academy that consists primarily of former ambassadors and some generals. They have to be voted in. It's an esteemed group. And he was more than willing to provide us with some ideas and thoughts on our future legislative agenda that the general and I proposed to him. So we're excited about that. We learned a great deal. He's a gentleman's gentleman, and it was a real honor to spend that much time at the ambassador's office in DC. Next, we stayed at Fort Meyer Henderson Hall at Wainwright Hall, and not far from the horse barn, caisson barn there in Fort Meyer by Arlington. Well, a while ago, I was perusing the website, and I, have numerous divisions in that I watch regularly, and the Old Guard is one of them, the Third ID. And I looked at their website probably a month and a half ago, and there was an award ceremony going on. And I looked at the picture who was getting this was relative to their service with the horse unit. And I see this patch on this individual's right shoulder, 82nd Airborne. I'm looking closely, and it looks like a CIB, and this was a female. So I open it up, look at it, sure enough, got a CIB. So I shoot off a message. Nobody got back to me about who that was. So I knew I was going to be there in a few weeks. So we went over to the horse barn. I met a sergeant there who knew this individual and put me in contact with her. Well, sure enough, she got a CIB. Her name is Sergeant Kelsey Darnell. She is now an esteemed member of our association, the very first female to be a member. She has an interesting history. She had attended infantry OSUT, one-stage unit training at Fort Benning, now Fort Moore. She went to airborne school, was assigned to the 82nd Airborne, jumped with the 82nd Airborne dozens of times, went off to Afghanistan, earned her CIB. She was wounded, has a Purple Heart, and we're proud to have her as a member. As a side note, her enlistment wasn't that easy. She went to a recruiter. Her father thought she was going to become something like an MP or whatever, but she came home. She said, "No, I'm going into the infantry." Her dad said words that aren't permissible on this video, took her back. But in the end, she prevailed. She has succeeded extremely well, and we're proud to have her as a member. So please welcome Sergeant Kelsey Darnell to our association. It's important. That being said, I think that just about wraps it up. I appreciate you taking time to listen to this. Hope you find them of value. I try to cover as much as I can in a short period of time. Hope you're all well, and look for the next video next week and another update. Again, reach out to me with any comments, questions, or issues you may have. Thanks again. Take care. Talk soon. Bye.